Well, certainly. Dominic Foxworth can't even look. Derrick Henry, unbelievable. Meanwhile, 22 seconds left in the half. Titans up by 4, first and goal at the 10. Tannehill, touchdown. Goes down awkwardly, but he would get up laughing. Titans up 21-10 at halftime. On we go. Third quarter, still 21-10. Bills in Titan territory, 2nd and 4. It's Allen again. It's picked again by Malcolm Butler. Again, he's going back. Cole Beasley is going to tackle him. Actually, Cole Beasley is going to do nothing of the kind. Butler is still up. He's going to bring it back 68 yards to the 12-yard line. 2 picks for Butler on the day. Allen, 26 of 41, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 2 INTs. But the Titans have their chance. And 4 plays later, first and goal from the floor. It's Tannehill. It's Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Tannehill, 21 of 28, 4 total scores. Titans up 28-10. Fourth quarter, 28-16. Looking to close the door. No one does that better than King Henry. In he goes. 19 carries, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. Titans win. A statement win in their return. Tennessee still unbeaten in the AFC.
It was a great energy in the locker room. I think guys were excited to go out and play. You know, it's been a long couple of weeks, ups and downs. We're playing, we're not playing. We're practicing, we're not practicing. Zoom, okay, in the building, out of the building. You know, it's just been a roller coaster in every which way.
They need to adjust the shot on the Zoom, but outside of that, they were outstanding. Since week 7 of last season, when Tannehill took over, the Titans have been flat out great. They're 11-3, 4th best in the sport. They score 30 points a game thanks to an offense that's best in the league in red zone efficiency at 85%. The league average is 59%. And so let's talk about these Tennessee Titans, and the football crew is here. As promised, Dominique is here, Ryan Clark and Desmond Howard. RC, out of all the things that happened last night, what was your number 1 takeaway?
I'm still wondering if Josh Norman has stopped barrel rolling on the ground after that stiff arm from Derrick Henry. Listen, we watched Derrick Henry turn Earl Thomas, one of the greatest safeties in this last era, into a lead blocker in the playoffs. And then Josh Norman runs up there, and he's doing his best. He's trying to slap the stiff arm down. He's trying to get the ball out. And then the long arm of the law, the arm that Derrick Henry has been saying is doing a lot of curls, obviously has been doing a lot of triceps and shoulders as well, because you don't do this to grown men who have families to take care of. And Josh Norman is just back on the 2nd week. He punched the ball out last week on Darren Waller for the Las Vegas Raiders, and I guess he figured, let's try it again. This is just a bigger man. And I know that Dominique's on this show, and Dominique's played corner, and he understands what it's like to be in these very precarious positions. But what you don't do is run up there with your chest out, because you end up running back to the car like Debo stole your chain and your grandma gave you that chain.
Whoa. I hated to see it happen to a corner, but I do not understand what it's like to experience that, because never was I trying to do that. I strictly followed the Cobra Kai rules when I was playing. You strike first and you strike hard. I'm not trying to slap the ball out. I'm not trying to slap stiff arms down. I'm going 300 miles an hour at your knees. You know who you never been stiff armed by? A knee. I'm running right through them caps. Because that ain't going to happen to me. You can watch all the film from my history from the time I was 6 to the time I retired. Nobody never got me like that, because I wasn't coming up there with my chest out thinking I could slap a stiff arm down or I could poke the ball loose. No, my job is to cover people and to get the guy on the ground. I'm not causing no turnovers right there. I'm taking your knees, all of them. Patella, ACL, MCL, everything. I'm not going to stand up there going like this. I'm going to slap the ball. I'm going to slap y'all. No. None of that. It hurts to see. I'm upset with Josh Norman expose himself like that, but it ain't gonna happen to me.
Okay, fair enough. You told us earlier.
Hey, RC and Dominique, what did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Slap.
Man, he's still Josh Norman to another stratosphere. And Deke, I'm with you. I'm thinking the same thing, brother. You have to go to the knees. All of that is waist and below. You don't mess with that grown man up top like that, because he will embarrass you.
Josh Norman out there taking charge.
To see Josh Norman get stiff armed like that. Crazy.
That is. I will repeat, this play was called back because of offsetting penalties. It actually didn't count, but it is still the most memorable moment of a night that actually has a lot of other significant things to say about it. Ryan Clark, we went into this night talking about are the Buffalo Bills one of the big boys in the AFC? Do we come out of it saying, are the Titans good enough to play with anybody?
Yeah, we got to stop treating the Titans like they aren't doing what they're doing, like they aren't putting the film out that says we're 11-3 with Ryan Tannehill as a starter. We were 2-1 in the playoffs and made it to the AFC Championship. This team was 6 for 6 in the red zone last night, and that's not just kicking field goals. They were 6 for 6 with touchdowns, and that's amazing to do. That's amazing efficiency, and Mike Vrabel has this team playing in a way that works for them. They're going to be physical in the run game. The quarterback's going to make great decisions with both his arms and his legs, and they're going to play tough physical defense. You have to love what they're doing. You have to say to yourself, you know what, no matter how it looks, this team is a contender in the AFC, and all they do is continue to win. They beat a team that we were touting as a contender after going through a COVID scare and a COVID crisis, and you have to commend their ability to compartmentalize and then come out and play a great game.
They only had 3 practices in the last 16 days. And then they go out there and they put a whooping on a Buffalo Bills team that we like a lot. Very quickly, though, Dominique, you were telling me before the show, you actually came out of this game more impressed with Josh Allen rather than less. Why is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that all the games that they've lost since Josh Allen have been there, most of them have been because Josh Allen made mistakes. And many of the games that they won up until this season were because the defense was playing really well. I feel like last night, Josh Allen wasn't the problem. He threw one bad interception and one interception that was kind of not his fault. But down by a bunch of points, they know you need to pass. He made some incredible throws. I frankly left that game more impressed with Josh Allen than I have been in quite some time, even despite the fact that he's got off to such a great start this season. He didn't make the stupid kind of risky YOLO plays that sometimes he makes where he's lateraling the ball and doing that stuff. He played within himself, and he made some outstanding passes that few quarterbacks in this league can make.
All right, so let me get on to some other stuff here. Des, I'll come back to you on that game a little bit later, but I want to get to some other news out there because the fallout continues from Dak Prescott's devastating ankle injury on Sunday, which will, of course, sideline him for the rest of the season. Yesterday, during his weekly radio appearance, the owner of the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, was asked what impact the injury might have on contract negotiations with Dak this offseason. Here's what Jerry said.
You've got to be reminded that to have a team, we've got to really manage how we dole out our resources. Dak is deserving of anything you want to put on a piece of paper. If you evaluate what he can do to help us win championships, you can see that it's there, and plus he's the premier leader. We've got to make it work. So what am I saying? I'm saying exactly the same thing that I said the last time we were asked about this before the season started. It's a part of the game, is the business and the contract part.
So that was a lot of words. Dominique, let me come to you as the resident president of the Dak Prescott fan club. When I saw that happen, you were one of the first people I thought of. I haven't had a chance to talk to you since. What was your reaction? What is your primary thought on Dak today?
I mean, obviously it goes to him as a person and as a player, and we learned a bit about some of the mental health struggles he had in the offseason. So my mind goes there, first of all, and hope that he's getting through this all right. It was really tough to see him in the immediate moment right after. It wasn't the tears that got to me. It was him kind of grabbing at his ankle and seemingly trying to fix it in the moment, and that desperation hurt. But as far as his future with the Cowboys is concerned, he has done everything that he could to put the pressure on himself, to kind of bet on himself. And it's just ironic that we're now in a situation where it's really not up to him anymore. It's kind of up to Andy Dalton how much he gets paid. And I know Dak's going to be rooting for his team and rooting for Andy Dalton to do well, but Dak's agent, he's going to be rooting for Andy to throw some interceptions, because that's the best advertisement for how important and how valuable Dak is if this team struggles offensively without him.
Des, what are your thoughts and what are your expectations for the Cowboys going forward now without Prescott?